Scene script. Have you ever wondered what would happen if Earth collided with Jupiter? Picture this. Our blue planet, a tiny speck in the grand cosmos, on a collision course with the king of the planets, Jupiter. The very idea seems to be ripped straight from the pages of a science fiction novel. Yet, it tickles our curiosity, doesn't it? Now let's be clear. The probability of such a cosmic catastrophe is astronomically low. In fact, it's almost non-existent. The vast expanses of space and the precise nature of planetary orbits make this scenario highly unlikely. But for the sake of intrigue, let's suspend disbelief for a moment. Imagine the sheer scale of such an event, the Earth, our home, veering off its path, hurtling towards the massive gas giant. The gravitational forces at play, the extreme cold of Jupiter's vicinity, and the potential for a cataclysmic change in our planet's very existence. Now let's dive into the terrifying yet fascinating possibilities. Imagine Earth, our blue planet, derailing from its comfortable orbit around the sun. A chilling thought, isn't it? But let's dive deeper into this hypothetical scenario. What would happen if our Earth veered off from its path and began a perilous journey into the unknown? As we travel off course, we would be leaving the warmth and safety of our sun's embrace. The sun, which has been our constant companion, providing us with light and warmth, would slowly fade away into a distant bright spot. In this journey, we're not merely changing lanes, we're crossing the galactic highway and heading straight into Jupiter's domain. The dangers are innumerable. We would be venturing into an uncharted territory where our planet has never been before. Jupiter, with its massive size and gravitational pull, would be a formidable obstacle. Its immense gravitational field could easily alter Earth's own orbital elements, causing further chaos and uncertainty. Could our planet, our home, withstand such powerful forces? But it's not just the gravitational pull that's concerning. The temperature in Jupiter's vicinity is extremely cold. We're talking about temperatures plummeting to nearly minus 145 degrees Celsius. That's colder than anything we've ever experienced on Earth. Would we freeze before we even reach Jupiter? And while we grapple with these potential dangers, we can't help but hope for a solution. Perhaps our brilliant NASA engineers could find a way to counteract these effects. Maybe they could design a system to keep Earth warm, or devise a strategy to avoid the worst of Jupiter's gravitational pull. It's a long shot, but in the face of such a hypothetical catastrophe, every bit of hope counts. So we find ourselves on a journey into the unknown, facing unimaginable challenges. The Earth, once securely nestled in its orbit, now hurtles towards a giant planet with an uncertain fate. A daring journey into the unknown, but what happens when we reach Jupiter? Jupiter, the giant of our solar system, looms ahead. A celestial behemoth, Jupiter dwarfs our home planet in both size and mass. Its gravitational pull, a staggering 2.5 times that of Earth, is a force to be reckoned with. This immense influence would play a significant role in our hypothetical collision. Imagine the Earth like a tiny spacecraft spiraling towards this Goliath, drawn in by its irresistible gravitational pull. As it approaches, the Earth would accelerate, gathering speed with every passing moment. The gravitational energy transfer would be immense, enough to send shockwaves rippling across the cosmos. But what of the collision itself? The reality is that it would be less of a crash and more of a celestial vanishing act. Owing to the enormous size of Jupiter, Earth would be swallowed up before it even had a chance to collide with the solid core of the gas giant. Like a pebble falling into a vast ocean, our planet would disappear without a trace. Yet the size and gravitational pull of Jupiter are not the only factors at play. There's another element to consider: the biting, bone-chilling cold of Jupiter's vicinity. This isn't your average winter chill. We're talking about temperatures plummeting to minus 145 degrees Celsius. This extreme cold adds another layer of danger to our hypothetical scenario. The Earth, as we know it, would be frozen solid in an instant, a silent, icy tomb lost in the vastness of space. Despite the grim picture we've painted, it's important to remember that such a scenario is highly unlikely, bordering on impossible. Yet it serves as a reminder of the raw, untamed power that exists within our universe, a power that is as awe-inspiring as it is terrifying. Perhaps in the face of such an event, our best hope would be the ingenuity of NASA engineers who continue to push the boundaries of what we believe is possible. The collision is catastrophic, but what comes after? In the aftermath of the Cataclysm, Earth is no longer the planet we knew. The familiar blue and green marbles are replaced by a maelstrom of chaotic elements, a byproduct of the collision with Jupiter. The stellar mass of Jupiter, a giant compared to our home, has dramatically altered our planet's orbital elements. We find ourselves in a new cosmic neighborhood, far from the warmth of the sun, amidst the extreme cold temperatures of Jupiter's vicinity. As the dust settles, the reality of our new home begins to sink in. The once thriving landscapes are now barren and frozen, the climate wildly different from what life on Earth is accustomed to. It's a drastic change, far from the temperate, life-bearing conditions we have always known. Yet, even in this harsh new world, there is hope. Life, as we know it, has an uncanny knack for resilience and adaptation. In the most extreme environments, from the deepest ocean trenches to the upper echelons of the atmosphere, life has found a way to survive and thrive. So, even in the aftermath of such a cataclysm, we can't rule out the possibility of life finding a new foothold. And then, there's the ingenuity of us humans. Our curiosity and resourcefulness have taken us to the moon and beyond. NASA engineers, the avant-garde of our exploration efforts, might just be our beacon of hope. They could devise ways to harness the new conditions, to shield us from the cold, to create sustainable habitats, and maybe even to steer Earth back to a friendlier orbit. The aftermath of the cataclysm is a testament to the raw, unyielding power of the cosmos. Our home, Earth, has been transformed, tossed into a new orbit, subjected to a new climate, and yet, we endure. The aftermath is devastating, but it also opens up new possibilities for life and exploration. So, what does this all mean for us, the inhabitants of Earth? Well, it's quite an eye-opener, isn't it? This hypothetical collision scenario between Earth and Jupiter is more than just a fantastical what-if. It's a thought experiment that brings us face to face with our place in the cosmos. Imagine our planet, a speck of dust in the grand cosmic scale colliding with Jupiter, the colossal giant of our solar system. The gravitational pull of Jupiter, with its enormous stellar mass, could derail Earth from its comfortable orbit. We'd be thrust into a new, uncertain path, likely crossing the chilly orbit of Jupiter. Now this isn't a cheerful prospect. It's a stark reminder of the fragility of our existence. But it's not all doom and gloom. Amidst this chaos, there's a silver lining. These discussions, these mental gymnastics, they push the boundaries of our understanding. They compel us to think, to innovate, to adapt. Remember, our journey in space exploration has always been fueled by curiosity and a desire to understand the unknown. This hypothetical scenario is no different. It challenges us. It pushes our knowledge to the limits. And it's in these moments of challenge that we often find groundbreaking solutions. Take the extreme cold in Jupiter's vicinity, for example. Confronting this problem could spur our brilliant NASA engineers into finding new ways to protect astronauts and spacecraft from such hostile environments. It's not just about survival, it's about pushing the envelope, breaking new ground in our understanding of the universe. And that's what this is all about. It's not about fear, it's about curiosity. It's about understanding our place in the universe and the forces that shape our existence. While such a scenario is highly unlikely, contemplating it can help us appreciate the fragility and wonder of our place in the universe. So, let's continue to explore, to question, to ponder. After all, it's our curiosity that makes us human.